Did you know your cat's tail is basically their built-in mood ring? Seriously, if you learn to read it, you can tell exactly how they're feeling before they even make a sound. Today we're diving deep into tail language so you can understand your feline friend on a whole new level. Let's start with the happy tail, high up in the air, tip slightly curled like a question mark. This is your cat's way of saying, "Hey, you're my favorite human, and I'm feeling great." If you see that tail coming your way, prepare for some head bumps and maybe a little leg rub action. Now, if that tail's high but puffed up like a bottle brush, very different story. That's your cat saying, "Whoa, back off, something's not right." They're not necessarily mad at you, but they might be startled or trying to look bigger to whatever spooked them. Let's talk about the slow, gentle swish back and forth. If you're petting your cat and you see that, it usually means they're relaxed, but also paying attention to something. Think of it like a human absent-mindedly tapping their foot. It's just background movement. But if that swish speeds up into a whip-like flick, yeah, that's your cat's polite way of saying, "I'm done here." Ignore it, and you risk getting the famous kitty side eye, or worse, the bunny kick of doom. A tail tucked tightly under the body is usually a sign of fear or discomfort. I once saw my cat Luna do this when I accidentally turned on the vacuum cleaner without warning her. She looked at me like I'd betrayed our entire friendship. Then there's a twitch at the tip of the tail when they're sitting still. That tiny little movement often means they're excited or hunting. Sometimes even just watching a bird outside the window. It's like they're charging up for a pounce that may or may not actually happen. You might also notice your cat wrapping their tail around you or another cat. That's basically a kitty hug. When Luna wraps her tail around my arm, I melt every single time. It's one of her sweetest gestures. The low, straight tail can be a little tricky. If the rest of their body language is relaxed, it might just mean they're calm and casual. But if they're crouched low with that tail down, it could mean they're feeling threatened or unsure. Here's one that surprises a lot of people: a tail quiver, almost like it's vibrating. This usually means your cat is super happy to see you, sometimes even marking their territory by releasing a tiny bit of scent from glands near the tail base. If they're doing it against a wall or furniture, it's like leaving a little "I was here" signature. Of course, cats are individuals, so tail language can vary between them. My friend's cat, for example, holds her tail up all the time, even when she's annoyed, which makes her harder to read unless you watch the rest of her body too. Always pair tail reading with ear position, eyes, and general posture for the full picture. One quick tip: don't try to force tail movement or play with their tail too much. It's a sensitive body part, and some cats really hate it. Let them do the talking with it naturally. You'll get much more honest communication. So, to recap, tail high and relaxed, happy; high and puffed, alarmed; slow swish, relaxed interest; bass swish, getting annoyed; tucked tail, scared or anxious; tail wrap, affection; tail quiver, thrilled to see you. And always remember, context is everything. If you've noticed your cat using their tail in funny or unusual ways, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow cat lovers, and subscribe to Pet Pals for more tips on understanding your furry friends. Because when you can read your cat's tail, you're not just decoding their mood, you're building a better friendship, one flick at a time.